Here without Paul Power and Martin O'Neill, and Jerry Gow starts his comeback in the A-team today. So there's a place for Tommy Hutchison, whose talents are now being used more sparingly at the age of 34. Swansea had no doubts about including all 5 players who underwent that much disrupted trip from Tbilisi. Neil Robinson is suspended, but Cemal Hadziabdic, who has been injured for a month, is fit to return. Otherwise, it's the same side that won at Ipswich a fortnight ago. It's Swansea then who kick off, distinguishable in the black shorts, attacking the goal to the left in the first half on a pitch that is slick from early morning rain. And the first free kick given away by Kevin Bond, who brings down Bob Latchford. Latchford just feeling the back of the left hamstring. The City set up an early wall, and Nigel Stevenson has gone up on the far post. And it's Gary Stanley who'll strike it. Now quickly to block him was Ranson. Robbie James. Hartford's header. And Dennis Chewett, who scored the winning goal in each of the last 3 City games. The tackle from Mahoney. Here's Hutchison starting wide on the right, wearing the number 11. Stevenson is the defender. And does his job. Tommy Hutchison, who has been substitute in the last 3 games. And the man in charge today is George Courtney from Spennymoor. On from Leighton James. And the flick from Francis, and Reeves is onside and in the clear. Rajkovic trying to haul him back. And fortunately for Swansea, didn't make any contact because Reeves was wide. A nice understanding here between Francis and Reeves. Look at Rajkovic now, the number 4, tried to pull him down outside the area. Reeves went on and put it wide. Here is an Englishman with Swansea, Bob Latchford. Another Gary Stanley was arriving quickly in the area. Hadziabdic going on, setting up Curtis, and then Latchford. And the punch from Corrigan as the whistle had gone. Goalkeeper impeded. Bob Latchford with half a chance there, but the skill came from Hadziabdic, who worked his way into a good crossing position. Deflected up, Corrigan was impeded as he went for the punch. Reeves. Hartford. Francis was going away from him as the ball was played in short. Ranson getting in front of Robbie James. Francis, with perhaps a chance for a run at Owen, and gets a fortunate bounce as well. Now to take on Stanley. Still Francis. Well, he really is looking sharp. One must be glad from the England point of view that knee injury is behind him. It's a long way before rather slipping as he hit the shot. Clayton across with no option but to put it out for the throw. Curtis came for Leighton James, and now for Latchford. Been the luckiest ground over the years, Main Road, for Bob Latchford. He's missed a number of games here through injuries. Ten minutes remaining in the first half. so far has been really more about potential than fulfilment. Here's Francis. Can he keep it in play? He can. Reeves! Francis making a cross really out of nothing here with his extra yard of speed. Reeves at the near post. Here's Reeves. It's just clipped by Irwin, and the free kick already taken. Hartford. Now Tuart. Hartford joining Francis in the middle, and Stevenson taking the safe course. Kevin Bond making his way again to offer City some possibilities on the near post. Here he is, and that came off Stanley. And a penalty is given as Kevin Bond made contact with a touch there. Stewart went down, and Mr. Courtney pointed straight to the spot. Stewart puts City in front. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. No real dispute from Swansea. Stewart, accuracy itself from 12 yards. Certainly Kevin Bond, the arm raised there, central figure in that ploy at the corner for Manchester City, which led to a confusion in the Swansea defence. Curtis. Abdic. Threw it across quickly to close down Mahoney. Swansea now faced with having to just raise their tempo. So after 2 minutes of stoppage time played, Manchester City go off leading through Dennis Stewart's penalty, his 8th goal of the season, after a first half which had been very finely balanced up to that point. And a half-time score at Main Road. It's Manchester City 1, Swansea City 0. Confirmation at half-time from referee George Courtney that the penalty was given for handball by Gary Stanley. That's the difference between the two sides at the start of this second half. Manchester City looking to build on a run of 3 successive victories. Francis being forced into a deep position. Reeves without support. The nature of the penalty was such that even the Swansea players were asking what exactly it had been given for during the interval. And Stanley trying to retrieve that decision, and he is going to have his name taken for following through on Joe Corrigan. Well, a long way, and Reed here and Bond rather leaving it to each other and then leaving it to Corrigan, and the ball was in the goalkeeper's hands as Stanley began his challenge. Swansea have lost only one of their last 8 First Division games. But maybe just that much harder for those who are in Tbilisi to find the extra running that they're going to need to climb back into this game. Francis. Touched off by Reeves. Here's Stewart. Now Hutchison is in again. The angle is tight and against him. Sensibly he went for the far post, where a colleague following up might have been able to divert it over the line. Stewart finding a way through for Hutchison. His header went straight to Robbie James, and then Latchford clearly handled the ball and is allowed to go on. And Latchford so close to getting on the end of the cross from Leighton James. Swansea have a corner. Curtis making his move as they play it short. Away from Caton. Only a drop back. And Reed winning an important tackle for City. This is Stewart. Francis going to his right. Reed's to his left. This is Francis. This is Reed. And they couldn't quite get the final pass right. Nicky Reed, a makeshift midfield player, showing his all-round ability in that City break. Swansea are looking to bring on David Giles, shouting there from Doug Livermore. Foul by Caton on Latchford. Curled forward towards Latchford by Stanley, and a decisive punch from Corrigan. The City substitute is Åge Hareide, the Norwegian international. Caton holding that left arm limp by his side. There's a clumsy challenge by Hartford, and maybe now Caton be able to get some treatment. I think Mr. Courtney will want him to go off to get it, because Caton is on his feet. Maybe a collarbone, that's what they're checking. Meanwhile, Swansea make their substitution as Hadzi Abdic comes off, and it's David Giles who comes on. He's only played once in the First Division, and that was as a substitute, by an odd coincidence, also in Manchester at Old Trafford. Ryder, who is a central defender, can play midfield. Corrigan didn't get it away so decisively that time. Stanley blocked by Hutchison. Ryder's slotted in alongside Bond, and Giles is pushed forward for Swansea, literally pushed on that occasion, leaving Bobby McDonald on the ground. And Hartford threading it through for Francis. Stewart going to the far post, joining Reeves. Here's Reeves, and against the bar by Tommy Hutchison. The clearest opening that City have made. It has to go down as a bad miss. Here's Hareide. Stewart. Hutchison will keep it in. Takes on Stevenson, and now Reeves! And Davis couldn't keep it out. Kevin Reeves, who has asked Manchester City to play him in the number 8 shirt because he believes that's his lucky shirt when it comes to scoring goals, keeps up that record from close range. "17 minutes into the second half, and a certain irony in the goal in that Reeves had set up that opening that Hutchison squandered, but when Hutchison provided the telling pass, Reeves made no mistake. Curled over Latchford. Curtis. Certainly still looking fresh, Alan Curtis. After that tortuous journey home from the Soviet Union. He's won Swansea this free kick. And that's Curtis. Just have been curving away from the goal. The natural curve on the ball has swung in. Now Francis being forced wide by Stanley. And Reeves! The partnership is productive again. Well, Trevor Francis took the ball from the free kick, and he set off, I'm sure, initially with a shot in his mind, but he was forced wide and finally got to the byline and then clipped it in where Kevin Reeves met it at the near post for his second goal. And with 6 minutes remaining, that, I would think, is game, set and match for Manchester City. And here's Robbie James. He wants a corner. Mr. Courtney gives the goal kick. For Reeves, he'll be pleased with his afternoon's work, especially the second half. Francis. Here's Hutchison. All the running coming from City now. Francis setting up Chewett. Oh, through the legs of Di Davis. It's 4. It's a gift for Dennis Chewett. But Trevor Francis unselfishly setting up the chance. And Chewett says, thank you very much. Hutchison, this is Harida, can he make it 5? He has to settle for a corner, although Davis believes that Harida ran it behind. But there are acres of space now for Manchester City to exploit. Certainly looked as though Davis had a case as he asked for a goal kick. And that is the final act of a match in which Manchester City get 2 goals apiece from Dennis Chewett and from Kevin Reeves. They get their 4th successive win, though inevitably questions will be asked about whether some of the running in Swansea's legs was sapped by the travelling of their Welsh contingent. The final score then at Main Road. It's Manchester City 4, Swansea City 0.